What's good? What's good, everybody? It's your boy 313 J-Mo. Let me cut the cam on real quick. Back in the building once again with y'all, man. I just wanted to say hello to all my Lions fans, and we just gonna get the show started. Matt Prater saves Matt Patricia. Stafford saves Matt Patricia. One more game. Oh my goodness. So we gonna start the show, man. Look. Now, shout out to Right or Wrong. I was just on Right or Wrong's channel. Y'all gonna want to watch his live stream video. I came in there during halftime. Me and Ryder just going back and forth. Me snapping, spazzing. Y'all gonna see J-Mo ranting. Y'all gonna see me like when they was throwing them flags. You gonna see me lead. I threw a temper tantrum out there. The refs was cheating on that last drive. They was cheating. Like I'm like, bro. But
yeah.
All right, let me introduce the panel, man. I got my man Omg Its Lions Talk back with us again. What's good, man?
What's up, man? What's going on, man? I'm fresh out of work. Look, I ain't even got my clothes off. Look, I'm still Mike Jones, the boss right now.
Hey, man, you gotta get that money. Gotta get that money, man.
Right,
it's good to make money and your team win, even though our team don't win every week. So, but we got my man Right or Wrong in the building. What's good, man?
What's going on? How's it going? My heart's still pounding. I'm still I'm still smiling from that one. That was a crazy game.
So now I want to give a disclaimer before we get into this video to all of my Lions fans out there. The Lions won a football game. It's not going to happen often, but we won a game. We're going to talk about the win. I don't have confidence for us next week. The team is not a good football team, but we're going to talk about this win today, okay? So I just want fans to know that we're going to talk about the game that we just won. Now, same thing when we beat Jacksonville. We didn't throw a parade. We just talked about beating Jacksonville. So that's what we're going to do here. Make sure you guys like the video. All right, Omg Lions Talk. Give me your takeaway from the game,
man. Is it just me, or did our defensive line look better without Flowers? Like it looked stronger, man. Look, it did. I gotta point out the obvious. I gotta point out the obvious. I gotta point out the obvious, right? Okora can play, man. Okora don't need to come off the bench for nobody else. Okora need to have his spot out there. And man, I just like, I don't know if I just like Everson Griffin, man, because he's been a monster against us, man. But man, they look strong with that 4-man line, man, with Penasini and Shelton and Okora and Griffin, man, that they look strong. And the only time it seemed like they was letting stuff up, they went back to that 3-man front, and we was just not we just was giving up too much, man. That 3-man front just is hurting us bad. So we just gotta leave that alone, because that 4-man front, we actually can hang. We're actually stopping people. We actually was containing them. Like the Lions, our D-line was containing them. You see my screen shaking? We was containing them.
Yeah, man. I just feel like obviously Flowers didn't play, but we probably would have been even better if he did, because the Lions missed like 7 sacks. On that last drive, they missed at least 3 sacks. So Everson Griffin was great. He was causing a lot of pressure, but I think you add Trey Flowers to that, we just gonna be even better. That's just like you had that Heron dude getting snaps, whoever that is. Instead of him, it's gonna be Everson Griffin getting his snaps, but no, Romeo Okora has he. I don't want to call him a stud yet, but he's playing himself into a payday. And the sad part about this is we're going to have to pay him. Like, he's earned it, or somebody's gonna pay him. Even if he never produces like this again, he's earned his contract. You don't know because he's been inconsistent, but he's balling out there. He's our best defensive lineman right now. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. We got Right or Wrong, man. What's your thoughts on the football game?
Deandre Swift is a monster. Matt Stafford is a top 10 quarterback. J-Mo and Matt Prater is still the clutchest kicker that I've ever seen.
You got anything else?
I mean, this game was a lot closer than it should have been. This game should have been a blowout, and the Lions, they started the Lions a little bit, but they came through in the end. So
Man, Lions was lioning. We got my boy, you got my boy Drew with the super chat. He says, Big, you know what? Prater. Yeah, we all know what that means. But we got Luke G's field review in the building. What's good, man?
Hey, what's going on, fellas, man? I'm still out and about, man. Got some things to knock out, but that game was hot garbage.
Hey, we know. Right. At the end of the day, we gotta like I said, I gave a disclaimer, man. Like, look, we won a game. We gonna talk about the win. Like, simple as that. But my thoughts on this game, I'm gonna tell you, there's one reason and one reason only the Lions won this football game, and that reason was drafted 35th overall, and we started them today. To me, even with all our choking and all our trashness throughout the game, starting Deandre Swift sent a message to the team and sent a message to everybody, and then he delivered. Deandre Swift is our guy. He's a star back in this league. And us starting him and giving him the football is why we won this game. I guarantee you, we don't start Deandre Swift, we probably lose by 10. So, you got something to say? Yeah.
Hey, I just want to let y'all know, I'm going to reiterate the fact that in my mock draft, I chose DeAndre Swift with my second pick. So I'm going to let y'all know that.
He did, bro. He did.
I'm going to let y'all know that.
Gas yourself up, bro, because I remember I've said, I took it back. Like I said 3 weeks ago in the video, I'm not upset about taking Swift when we took him, but I'm really not upset. The man is a stud. I know there's people that'd be upset about where we took TJ Hockenson, but when you realize he's a stud, don't matter where you took him, he's a stud. I don't care where we took Swift, he's a stud. That's just the way I feel about it. But Swift is the reason why we won this game. Our team is so bad. Like I was telling right or wrong, we cannot cover slant routes at all. We couldn't even cover slant routes against a bad football team. That's why these I don't even want to say good teams, but these average to above average teams beat us because we can't cover slant routes. And the good teams, they'll beat you with those slant routes all day. Washington isn't that, so they couldn't beat us in that same fashion. Defense, to me, if the defense not creating pressure, they do nothing. They're literally garbage. They don't do anything. And it's sad to say that Matt Prater and Matthew Stafford, why do you keep saving this man? If he lost, he would be gone.
All right.
Finito. You water there, bro. Over with. But they were like, no, we want to save him. Stafford has a nice little drive. Miss Cephas. I know the fans would have killed you for that if we lost. You definitely should have hit Cephas, but Prater with the leg. Why y'all keep saying this, man?
Actually, Cephas could have caught that ball if he would have ran underneath it.
Cephas pulled up. He did that before earlier in the season where he had a chance for a big play, and he pulled up. He got to stop pulling up on them passes. Keep running.
No, he's misjudging. Cephas definitely let me down today. But, okay, I didn't know that he pulled up. I just assumed deep ball, he was open. I was in the heat of the moment. But, all right, Luke, man, let us know about how trash we were for almost losing to this team.
I mean, you know what? It's not the team is not trash. What I'm saying is trash is the game itself was trash. When you go up big like how we went up, you got to keep your foot on the gas. And we did the same thing we always do, which is sit back and play not to lose versus play to win. And it was one of the problems that I had when you go back to that first game of last year versus the Cardinals in that tie. They wasn't playing to win. They was playing not to lose, and thus they had the tie. And so when I watched this game, it was much of the same, playing not to lose. And I'm like, yo, play to win. Yeah. Go down there, score. They wasn't running the ball as much, and I didn't understand why because we was getting good yardage. Darrell Bevel has shown me enough in this little bit of time that I am done with him. I gave faith in him, thinking that his time off will make a difference.
I need you in your free time. I need you to watch Right or Wrong video because I was on the live stream. When we called that rollout with Stafford on third down, I lost my damn mind. I'm like, Bevel has to go. Why are you calling the rollout with Stafford on third down in the red zone? Like, that's when I was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, you just helping them win.
Dude, it makes no sense. It's just like the play calling has been so crazy that I'm like, either one, he's a evil genius who's calling something that nobody is thinking of, or two, He thinks he's an evil genius, and he's constantly making us look like idiots. Either way it go, it didn't look right. And we were sitting up there with an opportunity, in my opinion, to change everything, and that opportunity was missed. Why? Because of poor play calling. I'm not giving out no game balls today. I'm sorry. If I'm because listen, it's an insult.
I mean, we don't usually give out game balls anyway like that. Like I said, I'm not overreacting.
I usually do.
I'm not overreacting over this win though, because next week is
But Swift do need to get something though. Swift got to get something.
No, we can give it to Swift. No, because I said he's the reason we won the game. Like Luke might not give him the game ball, but I will. He's definitely the reason we won this game.
Right.
All right. So I got another question for you. Right or wrong? How do you think about the Lions? And this is a weird question, I know, but because I think it's the reason why the game was so close. How do you think about the Lions' halftime adjustments in this game?
I mean, whatever adjustments they made, they should not have made them. To be honest, like whenever they were working, like they didn't need to adjust much. They held them to 3 points. Like, I mean, yeah, they were bending a lot in the first half, but they weren't breaking. And I can't say the same for the second half. I mean, they several times in the second half where they gave up a lot of yards, a lot of big plays they should not have given up. And I mean, they got to stick with what's working. I mean, there's no reason to change it when you give up 3.5 points. So
yeah,
it's wild, not good.
All right, what's your thoughts on our second half performance, OMG, and the way we caught that game?
That's kind of how the second half been the whole season. I don't know. I think that has to be Bevel calling them plays. Like, I don't think Patricia is calling that. That's just Bevel like going away. Like, he's trying to out trick himself. Like, it's not like he's just trying to be too creative instead of just sticking with what's working. You know what I'm saying? Deandre Swift pounding the rock. You know what I'm saying? And he's opening up shots downfield. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go from a run first team to all of a sudden we an air it out team in the second half, and we don't need to be.
I'm just laughing because what you said was so stupid. That's why I had to laugh because it's so dumb. Like,
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know why he do that. I don't know why, because people don't realize though that we have like quietly become a West Coast type of offense. Like, we're not that running gun like Stafford used to be. You know what I'm saying? So it's, it is what it is, man. So it is what it is.
My thing is, I don't think the Lions actually know what they want to do. I know we've talked about identity and philosophy, but it's like they don't know what to do. It's like we have Swift. We realize he's the guy and he's the starter, but we still not gonna use him. And you saw that one the one time we did score on Swift's touchdown drive, Lions stopped being cute. Like I was saying on the live stream, but stop being cute, just give Swift the damn ball. And every time we did it, he got a first down. I'm like, it's 3rd and 1. If you don't give Swift the ball, Bevel, I will never forgive you. He gave Swift the ball, he got a first down.
Right.
And you kept feeding Swift the ball, and that's how we scored on that drive when we went up by 24. But every successful drive, besides the last one, of course, because it's 2-minute drill, we gave Swift the football. And when you didn't do that, Swift had one bad drive where they shut him down. But that's going to happen with running backs. But other than that time where we did give him the ball and he got shut down on that drive, that's just what I'm saying. But this game just had me like, I had us losing to the Panthers before the season started. I ain't changing, because this game got me worried. I saw that play the Panthers called with DJ Moore. I want all Lions fans, go watch the Panthers highlights and watch the play they called to DJ Moore, and it was a touchdown. The Lions cannot stop that, and I know they're gonna do it, and I'm terrified. They cannot stop that play, and I know they got a good play caller. But look, man, what's your thoughts on the second half woes?
I thought the second half was horrible. I thought it was absolutely horrible. I think we only scored that field goal, right? The two field goals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's trash. That's hot garbage. We should have, like, I'm not trying to be funny or nothing. We should have been destroying Washington. We should, I'm serious. Like, even with this season, we should have did Washington the same way we did the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we didn't. And to me, I thought the second half was horrible. And all I kept saying is, if they lose, I know Sheila is not even for to play no game. She's going to be like, yep, you're fired. I know she's going to fire.
I told people, if we lose, 95% chance this man getting fired. And that was before the game, because I'm like, it's certain teams you can't lose to. And those teams are Jacksonville and the Washington football team. So, yeah. I know you were pulling for it low key. Lions fans back in their time was like, Patricia, go ahead, lose.
But then it's like this whole game just ticked me. I'm gonna be honest. I was mad from the beginning when they had Aqib Talib as the announcer. I'm like, bruh, y'all. First you let Matt Patricia practice being the head coach. Then you let Corey Underland practice being the defensive coordinator. Then you let Bob Quinn practice being the GM. Now you letting Aqib practice being an announcer. This man was so confused about what he wanted to say half the time. You could tell that every other word he wanted to cuss, but he had to catch himself. It was frustrating. It was frustrating. And the worst part about it, I remember he had the little diagram up and he called it the little diagram. He like, on this play right here, yeah, you know, and I came for a game. What the hell? Complete the sentence. Complete it. What the hell you talking? Listen, the second half to me was atrocious. I'm not blaming nobody. This team is just not good. And they're talking about if one game gets canceled, one game gets canceled, they're going to add an 8th playoff team. We still don't make the playoffs.
I thought they meant that, like, if the season gets canceled because of COVID-19. I thought that's what it was.
I thought they were saying it as in if they cancel one game this season because they don't have any more extra weeks to fill up to cover that game. Whereas when they had the bye week, they would just add that as an extra team to the playoffs. That's how I read it.
But I read it completely differently. But regardless of our difference in that, how would that help? How would adding a team? I don't even know what's their logic on that.
Because they wouldn't have a week to make it up, so they essentially just had to go bump it.
But how
We're
would
going to have an 18 playoff
team? How would that help? Oh, like you're missing one. If you miss 1 week of football, like that's what I'm saying. Like even if, like, I don't think that's what they meant, but even if that was what they meant, that doesn't make any sense. I thought they meant that if like COVID-19 cancels the season, then we have to shorten the season. Or something.
I'm just like Marshawn Lynch, man. I'm just here so I don't get fined, okay? Because I'm having a hard time, man. Watching that game was frustrating. It really was. It was for like Logan Thomas was looking like Travis Kelce out there.
I mean, Logan Thomas.
Don't do it.
Our defense is trash, but I definitely like Logan Thomas. Like Logan Thomas is not trash at all.
He ain't trash, but he ain't as good as we made him look.
I mean, hey, we make everybody look good. What you mean?
Hey,
we make everybody look good. What do you mean?
Shout out to Alex Smith for completing the most completions he had never completed, coming off of his gangrene. His ankle injury, his first start.
That boy Alex Smith was 32 or 36 at one point. And I'm like, this boy had 87 yards. Like,
his first start. Coming off of 17 ankle surgery.
He had 390 yards passing, and you'll be like, well, they didn't have no touchdowns. Well, they ran the football in the end zone, so they didn't need him to throw touchdowns. So
he had 17 surgeries.
390 yards.
Listen. I was looking at this game, saying to myself that logic tells you when they throw the ball over 40-something times that they should lose. Most of the quarterbacks that throw the ball over 40-something times lose. And I'm watching this game, and I'm saying to myself, like, they gonna score. And yes, there was some bad officiating down the stretch, but golly, it didn't matter because guess what? We should have never been in those situations. I'm sick of this. And it be when they came at home this season, I was like, what? Against another barely win against a sorry team. This is crazy to me. This is crazy. And I'm just, listen, I can't enjoy the win like I want to. I'm happy we won, but that's what JGB said. But it's like a but Like, man, I gotta be for real about what I
no,
saw.
that's what I was. That's
happy.
what I was saying. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, I feel like Prater field goal made the win 1,000 times better because the way we won, even after that debacle. Because I'm gonna be honest, man, no Lions fan wanted us to lose that game. Like the way we was gonna lose it, like that would have been heartbreaking. Let's just be 100 about it. So yeah, we won a game, but I've already told y'all next week I'm terrified, bro. So like that's why I can't be happy or in a good mood. Like Carolina, we went over it. I went over it yesterday when we were talking in Above the Rim. Carolina has only lost to one team that isn't a good team. Every team they lost to has been a playoff team, and they've been competitive in all those games. Like they don't lose to bad teams; they beat them. Like I know they only got 3 wins. You like they only got 3 wins? Well, yeah, they played a gauntlet of great football teams. But I'm just like they don't lose to bad teams, and that's what we are.
Listen, this is going to be one of those weeks where we got to ask a lot of questions. I got to bounce. I got to knock out some stuff. But man, this is going to be one of those weeks where we're going to be asking a lot of questions because this game is going to do one or two things. I mean, we're going to look back at this game and say, oh, this game right here was the game that could have set us a chance to right the ship, or we're going to say, oh, this is the game that got us going. But if we mess around and lose 2 weeks after this, it's for naught, man. Like to me, the Thanksgiving game was the game that I said that if he lose that Panthers and Thanksgiving game, I'm like he done. They gonna cook this good.
Yeah, man.
Look,
salute,
man. We keep saying he done.
Oh, listen, I guarantee. I have no doubts. He's not gonna get past this season. I have no doubts. I just in my soul, he's not gonna make it. There's a standard, I think. But again, like I said, I got the shit I gotta do. So, man, y'all, hey, hold it down, have some fun, man. And like I said, for those who came in and checked out the show, hit that like, subscribe, notification button. You. Show some love.
Yeah, shout out to Lou G. Sure. Shout out to Right or Wrong. Make sure you guys like the video if you haven't already. Yeah. I'm with Hands and Therapeutic Massage. Look, next week we can worry about getting our ass whooped. But right now, Victory Monday.
Yeah.
Victory Monday tomorrow. Right.
Like I got a bottle in the fridge right now.
You gonna have it. No, I remember when we beat Arizona, I was like, enjoy this win because you don't know when we're gonna get another one. And so that's the same energy I'm keeping. We gonna enjoy this win. Like I said, I really like that we didn't lose. I'm being honest, man. Losing to this team would have been terrible. Like it just like when we lost to the Bears. It's just like you just don't want to lose like that. You never do. So even if the loss would have got rid of Patricia for sure, sometimes you got to go out and handle business. And the guys in the locker room, they got to have some type of confidence. And you can't lose a game like this if you want to have any type of confidence.
Right. Only thing I want to know is, man, where is that defensive coordinator that came for that Arizona game? Where is he at? That dude that was mixing up man and zone and was sending blitzes, and where is that guy at? I want to know where that guy. I need to talk to him.
Man, I just feel like at first I was on the coordinators, and I still am, but I feel like this game our players weren't making plays. Like Jamie Collins made those 2 fumbles, Okora got that sack, but we left a lot of plays out there, a lot of missed open field tackles as usual. Like we did keep them out of the end zone, but like our players wasn't really making plays. But that game they wasn't making plays against the Colts. They played good until they were on the field all day, and against the Vikings they were just terrible. And Corey Underling took the blame for that.
Dalvin Cook leg still in our ass. he's still. Let me get my leg up out you. Yeah. So yeah. But man, they gotta. I'm you know what? I'm not gonna even be critical today. I'm not gonna be critical. You know what I'm saying? Like we riding the ship, man. Like we don't know how many of these good days we got, these good weeks we got left, man. So I'm gonna ride the ship.
Hey,
man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope Kenny Galladay comes back because that'll give me a lot of confidence. We need Kenny Galladay. I don't know where he is, but I hope he comes back. And I think it's Trey Flowers might be due back next week too. But like we just got to, like I said to my Lions fan, like go out, watch the game every week. Don't expect to win or lose because we're that type of team. We're a wishy-washy, iffy team that isn't that good right now. So that's what you're gonna get every week. We either gonna get shellacked, or we get one random blowout, or it's a close win. It's one or a close, terrible loss. So that's just what we are. I know what we are. So next week we'll see what happens. But shout out to the people in the chat. But like, no, this is a win. End of the day, you got to win the games you're supposed to win.
Right.
The only game that I really think this year that we lost 2 divisional games that we were supposed to win this year. But other than that, we lost to teams that were better than us. So that's my problem with Patricia. You're what 2-10 in the division. This man Matthew Stafford owned the Bears. Now his record against the Bears is 500. This man was like 10-4 against the Bears, dog. Now he like 10-10. Like, come on, man.
I do. You know what? As much as I talk about Stafford, man. Look, today though, I gotta be like, you know what? Stafford showed that clutch. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta give appreciation to that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that was big, man. Like he can be clutch when he wants to, and then he can be just a mistake monster when he wants to, man. It's just crazy, man.
The thing about Stafford is the Lions are a momentum team. And that, like, if we down by 14, that momentum gonna get bad. It's gonna be a turnover. That has happened in the past. But no, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really think we were gonna. I thought it was going to OT. I'm like, Stafford only got 16 seconds. Ryder like, bro, he got 3 timeouts. We can do it. I'm like, all right. And then once they threw that first down to Cephas, I'm like, oh shit, let's go. I'm like, oh snap. And then he did it in 16 seconds, bro. Shout out Matt Prater, go get all the credit for the field goal. But in 16 seconds, we score. So no, that's one of the reasons why I always defend Stafford. I defend clutch players in any sport, like players that come through when the going get tough. I put a high value on it. That's why I value Tom Brady so high, is because in the clutch in the playoffs, that nobody has ever been better. So, make sure you guys drop some questions in the chat. Like I said, we're not gonna be on here that long. I might say a half an hour, 45 minutes if we push it to that. But I did just want to talk about the game in review. We can talk about the positives. We can talk about the negatives. But shout out to the people in the chat, man. Quintez Cephas. I need you to come sit here with me for a second because I've been hyping you up and you've been letting us down. Also, I want to say where the Travis Fulgham people at. Told y'all we ain't need that man. Look at Marvin Hall. But game ball, DeAndre Swift. Thank you, sir. DeAndre Swift, you are a stud. DeAndre Swift, you will be one of the best running backs in the league. I firmly believe when Swift stop splitting carries with these guys, he's gonna be the guy. But we saw Swift look tired today, and to me that's good. I need you to be out of breath because that's telling me that y'all using him. All right, let me look through some of these comments, y'all. Make sure you guys like the video. Let's see. Stafford having X-rays on his thumb. Now, JGB, when Stafford got hurt, you know the sky was falling for me because it was a no contact type of injury, it seemed, but it seemed like he got hurt on that roughing the passer play. But he was still throwing the ball well. So even with that injury, so I'm praying that the X-rays come back negative or whatever, but I don't think that injury is going to hold Stafford back because every time Stafford has had a hand injury, we see it affects his play on that deep pass to Quintez Cephas. Quintez Cephas gave up on the route. He pulled up a little bit. If he just kept running with all of his might, like Kenny Golladay would have did or Marvin Hall would have did, he would have caught that. So I think Stafford, I was very watching like his hand, but they were throwing the ball and he was still throwing it, man. So I think, Russell Wilson with another interception. I think he'll be all right. I just want to say something. Russell Wilson is obviously better than Stafford, but this man has 9 interceptions and he has another pick 6 on the season. All I'm saying is it's a team game. because we know he carrying Seattle. He's always been carrying them after the Legion. It's a team game, bro. Like, it's just a team game. Everybody makes mistakes. No quarterback is perfect. Let's see. I would fire I would fire Patricia just for the game being this close. Why wait? I'm with you. I completely agree with you. I thought the Chase Young penalty was a makeup call for the pass interference. Yeah, the refs was in rare form, man. They were trying to help Washington win the game. That's how I felt. The refs were in rare form. Don Bird says, yeah, man, yo, my voice is kind of gone because the Lions had me spazzing out those last 8 minutes. So bear with me a little bit, man. Let me drink some water a little bit, y'all. Drop y'all questions in the chat, man. Let's see. Hey, man, see if he's gonna get it together, man. He just need more reps. Let's see. I'm looking at the comments, you guys. When the OC puts Stafford in a shell, he makes mistakes. You're absolutely right, JGB. Stafford, bro, you have to live with the good and live with the bad. But he is a great gunslinger quarterback. You know, OMG Lions Talk said he had something to do. But he's a gunslinging quarterback, man. You have to let him loose. Whenever you unleash him, like Atlanta, like this game, he's going to be productive. and I do want to say something. Put respect on Stafford's name for a second. Because I always hear Stafford he don't do this and he don't do that against certain defenses. Well, it was a stat and it remains true today, man. Stafford is 5-2 against top 5 passing defenses. Now he's 6-2. The Redskins have the best pass defense in the league and a great pass rush. Carved them up, mincemeat without Kenny Galladay and with a hobbled TJ Hawkinson, who they're underusing. Let's see, looking at some more of these. What do I like, Zach Wilson or Kyle Trask? I like Kyle Trask. Swift had the patience of a monk. Hey, bro, Swift is great. And you can see, like, week by week, he's learning things. He's picking his holes. He's starting to learn the offensive line because you got to learn the offensive line. You got to get some continuity. And you starting to see, like, week by week, you starting to see he's feeling it. He's starting to get in rhythm. Even though we keep taking carries away from him to get him out of rhythm, he still goes in rhythm. So, did they call that? I guess they called that interception back for Russell Wilson. I guess they called it back. Cephas will be fine. He has to get used to those Stafford bullets. But no, man, that pass that he dropped, wasn't even a Stafford bullet. It was like a touch pass. Like, you got to catch that. He said Swift dad told him, don't make our name look bad. Hey, you right, bro. Your last name Swift. You better be a stud, bro. They call you DeAndre Swift. They said you was the best running back in the draft. That's what some said. You got to show up, man. All shout out to Swift. He is delivering. It feels good for our first round skill position players. TJ Hawkinson, even his first game, and DeAndre Swift. You know, these guys that we draft high at the skill position because the defensive players have leave much to be desired. The O-linemen have been straight. But it's good to see the skill position players pan out because usually with the old regimes, they don't. Like Kerryon Johnson, I like him as a running back, but you see his role on this team. He'll be very good somewhere else, you know? Obrien, y'all saw with that. Bruh, that PI call on 4th and 4. No, refs were cheating. No, you lost it, man. Like I said, my boy Right or Wrong. I was live streaming with Right or Wrong halfway through his video at halftime. And, bro, when I tell you, look, True Fun, he caught the pass. I'm like, yeah. And as soon as they caught the flag, I threw this up. I just left the screen. I was pissed because I'm like, y'all really trying y'all best to cheat. Would you say the O-line is legit this year? Hell to the no. O-line is very, very inconsistent. It seems they are only showing up versus the bad teams. And they showed up versus the Bears. What's the chance of the Lions drafting defense again? in the first round, first 2 picks defense. Now I want I want the Lions to draft defense in the first round, and I think they will. I don't think they're going to draft a first round quarterback unless we top 5 pick. Now we're a top 5 pick, we're definitely going to get a quarterback. But if we're not a top 5 pick, I want us to take the best defensive player available. You can still get a quarterback in the second round or the third round or the fourth round. There's plenty of quarterbacks in those rounds. It's a nice quarterback class. Like you can get that going. But I think they're gonna go defense. We should go defense. Our defense is the weakness of this team. Like I've said earlier today, the Lions aren't that far away. All they need is a good football coach, head coach, and linebackers and a little bit more defensive line help. Our secondary has all the talent, dog. They can play if the D-line plays. Our linebackers is where we're hurting. Offensively, our receivers are good enough. Our tight ends are definitely great. Our offensive line isn't great, but it's good enough. Our running backs are very good. So when I look at the problems on this team, I see a head coach who's making us lose games. I see terrible linebackers, and I see an inconsistent defensive line. And since that's what I see, you have to go out and draft defensive talent in the front 7. I like the O-line they are rotating. I didn't like the O-line today. I saw Odeabushi lining up at left tackle. I don't know why. I saw Joe Dahl getting benched for Odeabushi. I don't know why. All right, y'all. I'm about to wrap up the show. My voice is definitely getting gone out here. So if you guys have any more questions about today's game, my thoughts, let me know your thoughts. Are you excited about the win? Do you think we'll win next week? Are you sipping the Kool-Aid a little bit, or are you staying grounded? Let me know what you guys think. Only with the power of the zebra and the strength of the monkey can you understand the quality of a stain. I don't even know what you're talking about. So can we get Wilson or Strass in the second? I mean, if they draft Trask in the second round, I really want to go quarterback third round. But if they do it in the second, I won't be upset. But I'm telling you, man, we gotta shore up this defense, man. Why did they start Obushi over Dahl? You tell me. Tracy Walker was the 4th safety. So, and I don't care if Tracy Walker is having a down year. I don't care. Tracy Walker is the best safety on the team. That's just my opinion. He's just the best. And I know he's having a down year, but you shouldn't be getting benched for Will Harris, you know. It is what it is. But why did I see Tavai cover a tight end? Hey, first time's a charm. Let's see Tavai do it consistently. Y'all know I'm still high on Jelani Tavai. I just think Jelani Tavai has been playing out of position. Jelani Tavai's role has changed. Jamie Collins has Jelani Tavai's role. That's being in the middle, and that's doing all the other stuff that Collins has been doing. So he's playing in a little bit different role, and he has to adapt. He has to get used to it, and he just has to play better on the damn field. But he was good on that play. Oh, is he, bro? I'm telling you, when they called that screen at Amendola, I lost my mind. Telling y'all, go watch Right or Wrong video, man. Me and Right or Wrong chopping it up. I lost my mind when they threw that play to Danny, man. I was heated. I'm telling you, I was heated because, like, it's just terrible. I'm like, why wouldn't you call that pass to Swift? So then they called a similar type of pass for Swift. And he got like 15 yards. Daryl Bevel be on some. Like I said, Daryl Bevel has brain damage, y'all. That's what I feel about Daryl Bevel. He has brain damage. But all right, man, I'm going to wait a couple minutes for some more questions in the chat. I'm going to read off some stats for the game, and then I'm going to get up out of here, man. Alex Smith, 38 of 55, 390 yards passing. They had a total of 3 rushing touchdowns. Terry McLaurin had a good day, but when he was on Trufant, he didn't have that much of a good day. Logan Thomas, 4 catches, 66 yards, tearing us up. J.D. McKissick tore us up. Let's go to the Lions. Matthew Stafford, 24 of 33, 276, 3 touchdowns. A very, very efficient day from Stafford, carving them up. DeAndre Swift, 16 carries. 16 carries, bro. Let's get that to 20. 16 carries, 81 yards. Adrian Peterson, 5.1 yards a carry. Adrian Peterson, guess what? Only 4 carries. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I need to see. And I definitely think the Lions should have ran the football even more. Let's look at some more stats. Let's see. Marvin Jones, 8 catches, 96 yards, and a touchdown. Showed up. Told y'all we don't need no damn Travis Fulgham, you stupid Eagles fans. We have Marvin Jones. We have Marvin Hall, 2 catches, 61 yards, touchdown. We have DeAndre Swift, 5 catches, 68 yards, touchdown. Don't need Travis Fulgham. What's wrong with y'all, boy? Matt Prater today. 3 of 3. 59 yards. Jack Fox. 4 yards. His net average is 47.8 yards, bro. This boy Jack Fox is a monster. 40, like he damn near 50 yards a punt, dog. Look. I don't even know what the comparison is, y'all, but we're gonna see. Jack Fox, like I just want to see the punter comparison. 47.8 yards, three kicks inside the 20. Well, what did they punter do? 25. Look, this is they punter. 25. No, that's their kick return. Where's they punter? 38.5 yards average, 1 inside the 20. Like, that's just the difference, man. Jack Fox is just different from the rest of these guys in the league. Man, that dude is a beast. I hate this bum ass team. Yeah, man. I was saying I hate the team the whole time, the last fourth quarter. So it's documented. Like I said, I was on my boy Right or Wrong channel. We was going live. Yeah. Stafford gets no respect. What's up with the no calls, hands to the face mask? The Lions don't get no calls. Yeah, you're right about that. That was a clear hands to the face mask. And I really don't like that they changed the you can't throw a flag on pass interference. And I don't like that at all because that true front pass interference play was a bunch of BS. We will probably get a new GM this year as well. Who I like as a new GM. Excuse me. I'm not we got OMG back in the building. What's good, man?
What's good, man? I'm sorry for I had to step away, man. But yeah, man, family problems, man. Kids acting crazy.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. We gonna wrap up anyway. It's all good. You know I ain't tripping. I said it was gonna be a short show anyway.
Right.
He said we probably get a new GM. All right, so I'm not really in tune with the GM hunt, but one GM that I do want is Louis Riddick because Louis Riddick knows that Matthew Stafford has been carried by a terrible football team. And I know that he can move on from Stafford and still be able to build something on his own. Like, that's why I want Jim Harbaugh because, like, after, like, my fear is what I've seen my entire life. After Stafford's gone, we gonna suck ass, and that's my fear. And I know we're not, roses now, but it's better than being the Jets. And that's why I want Jim Harbaugh or Louis Riddick, just somebody that can find us another quarterback. Because Lions fans live in a fantasy world where y'all think we just gonna look up and get another quarterback. If we go 0-16, which we probably will, okay. But if we not go 0-16, there's no Trevor Lawrences, there's no Matthew Staffords, there's no Andrew Lucks. Like, you see what I'm saying? And that's my problem with this team. I'm not moving on from my quarterback until I got somebody else that can do something when he fucking gone. Like I need somebody else here. We don't have anyone.
Man, I've been screaming draft a quarterback for Matthew Stafford for the last 2 seasons. I've been like, man, we got to get somebody in this draft worth putting time into to tune him up and get him ready for the post-Stafford era. I'm like, we got to do that, and they done failed the last 2 years to do that.
Well, I don't think we needed to do that till probably now because, like, I don't think you should waste a high pick on. Look, Quinn has made some bad picks, but like picked Jelani Tavai, we picked Jelani Tavai, Kerryon Johnson, Tease Tabor in the second round. Imagine if Quinn actually put football players. Now, I think A'Shawn was solid. That's just me. Imagine if he picked great football players. So, that's what I'm looking. But now I wouldn't mind them drafting the quarterback. If they want to rebuild another year, cool. But you got to get somebody behind the guy that he can groom up. Like, that's my thing. Like, y'all just want to get rid of Stafford. I'm like, y'all really want to be 0-16? We were just 0-8 when he wasn't playing. Like, we don't win games. Do y'all understand? We cannot win a football game. And it ain't just Stafford. It's everybody. Everybody get credit. But once he goes, the whole team falls apart. So you have to have a replacement. And that's what I just don't get with Lions fans. Like, how are you gonna what you gonna do? You gonna throw David Blau out there, dog? Like, come on, man. But
you know the system. I'm playing, man. Like, but look, I've been screaming this, man, for the past 2 seasons, man. Like, when Stafford first got hurt the first time, I was like, man, we gotta get somebody. We gotta draft somebody, man, just in case.
Yeah, but
that was a just in case.
But looking at the landscape, who we have drafted though? Like, just look at the running. Like, who we have got that would be able to, because I'm looking at the quarterbacks that have come out. Like, all of the guys is like a first round guy, and Dak Prescott really. Everybody else is first round guys.
Right.
Second round. I'm just looking at it from that perspective. Not saying like wrong, but like we gotta find somebody.
Right. I mean, it don't not necessarily have to be a first round pick, but I'm saying like even round 3 or 4, somebody that we could build up. Like you would have had 2 years to sit behind Stafford to learn. No pressure on you to come in. You're not gonna start right away. And
I was saying that for this upcoming draft, I want a defense first 2 rounds and then quarterback 3rd round. But if they go 2nd round quarterback, I'm not gonna complain. But our defense is like, we need help. Like, it don't matter who you bring in here. Like, we need playmakers. We need impact players. We need guys that be like, oh, go that guy jump off the screen. He a star. Our front 7 is terrible.
Right.
We have to fix that front 7. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna answer a couple more questions. We're gonna get out of here. Do you have any thoughts about who you want to be the GM? New GM?
Man, I'm with you, man. Even though he suck ass right now, I want Jim Harbaugh. Okay. even though what he doing over there in Michigan, people like I'm a Wolverine, okay? So I'm looking like, oh hell no.
It's hard for us, bro. If the Lions had lost the day after that loss, it would have been hard for us, bro.
Yeah.
It's been hard for us the last 2 weeks, Lions getting smacked.
I probably would have fought my boy because he is a Michigan State fan and he a Dallas Cowboys fan. I probably would have fought him.
Oh my goodness.
No, but I think, man, really, even though he's going through that debacle right now in Michigan, I think Jim Harbaugh can build a program. Because, I mean, because if you look, Jim Harbaugh has like a top 10 recruiting class like the last 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So Harbaugh can bring in the talent. He just don't want to bring in the coaches. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I just feel like college, and we're starting to see college and NFL is so different. It's just certain little things in college that you need to be a great college coach. Harbaugh don't have those abilities. But the NFL, man, NFL is such a different ball game, and I think that's where he thrives. I'm with you. Like, he's doing Michigan dirty, but I know he'll bring the Lions back. Like, the man took Colin Kaepernick to a Super Bowl. Like, like they never had a losing record. They always had a winning record. Like, yes, bring him here to rebuild. Like, he's a guy that I trust that can find a replacement quarterback. Like, I trust him to do that. An NFL quarterback, because he ain't that good with college QBs.
No.
So that's why. So let's see. Who's the GOAT in their position?
They got to give him GM though. He got to be a GM though too. He got to be like how John Gruden is. He got to be a GM and the coach, man. He can't
give him the power.
Yeah.
Look, I'll just say Matthew Stafford and Matt Prater are literally 2 of the most clutch football players ever, and they showed it. So that's what I'll say about that.
Yeah.
Stafford no coach can consistently win with Stafford here. Okay, our defense is 30th in the run, but okay. We should hire Bill O'Brien to be our GM. Hell no! He traded D-Hop. He traded D-Hop. I will never
Don't come over here with that nonsense. He's gonna be like, first thing first, we gotta get rid of Galladay.
He traded D-Hop for David Johnson in the 3rd round pick. That man traded Kenny Galladay for a 1st round pick in a soda. No,
man,
traded D-Hop for a bag of chips.
He'll trade Kenny Galladay for J.D. McKissick in the 2nd round.
He'll trade Stafford for a 5th. Like, hell no.
Nope.
No.
I pass on that.
Playing Marvin Hall allowed Marvin Jones to have favorite matchups. Yeah, So when Kenny Golladay comes back, Marvin Hall needs to be the third receiver. Stop being stupid, Lions.
Yes, I've been saying that since the beginning of the season. He needs to take Danny Amendola's spot. Imagine if all those passes they didn't threw to Danny Amendola in the backfield, and they expect him to just do something. Imagine if you gave that to Marvin Hall.
Exactly.
That 4.3
speed, bro. Come on.
Let him
Not
get
a Lions
space.
fan, but if you actually think the Lions can win with David Blau, but they can't win with Stafford, I need to know what you smoking and tell him I got 100 on it. Because you tripping. If you think they can win with David Blau, you really smoking something serious. Like, you like, what? You smoking something serious, bro.
The thing is about the Lions offense is we have become a West Coast offense quietly. Like, we still as fans are expecting to see that run and gun Lions, but we're not. We're not that no more. And I think I just realized that. And you know who told me that? Dosa Dion. I was watching Dosa Dion's video. You see that video he put out where he was talking about Stafford he's not playing well because he's not in that offense no more. They're not letting him go. They're not letting him take shots down the field all the time. They're running first. And I went back and I watched 2 games. I'm like, he's right. Like, we are becoming a run and try to pound it type team. And man, like,
yeah, the thing is, Stafford can play with a run game. The man is what? Right. He's like now 12-2 with 100-yard rusher. So when you have a 100-yard rusher, Stafford wins football games.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, when you're so inconsistent with your philosophy, like you're saying they're trying to be a run team and all of that, you might be right, but they're so inconsistent with the philosophy, and then your best running back isn't your starter running back until this week.
Right.
And then Kenny Golladay in and out of the lineup, that inconsistency can cause problems. Of course, Stafford has made his own mistakes that he has to live with, but it's so much inconsistency with the offense. The offensive line, inconsistent, wasn't even healthy till like week 6. So when I'm looking at all of that stuff, I'm looking at if your philosophy is to run the football, you're not even staying committed to your own philosophy, and that messes up the offense because the offense gets inconsistent. Look at this game. Stafford was playing great first half. Bomb, Swift here, bomb, Swift here. Going smooth. Third quarter, we was like, yeah, we ain't doing that no more.
Right,
and then all of a sudden we can't score. And then another drive, Swift here, couple passes, Swift here, touchdown. That's what you're supposed to do. But the moment you go away from that philosophy, like they did the entire game after that Swift touchdown, that's how you end up with the inconsistency in Stafford's play and the offense, I feel like.
Right. Man, you know, it was one thing that blew my mind about today. Like, I'm not, the one thing that just blew my mind is, do you know how many first round picks the Redskins got on that D line? And our suspect offensive line and pass blocking didn't give up no sacks.
Bro, I brought this up, man. People always tell me Stafford can't read defenses, but he's 6-2 versus top 5 pass defenses in his career. This is the best pass defense in the league. And I was on Twitter. I'm like, how is this the best pass defense in the league and our wide receivers are creating separation? This is not making sense. They were creating separation against the best pass defense in the league.
Right.
And they got they're one of the best teams in the league when it comes to sacks. I'm like, how are y'all doing this?
Yes, they got 2 top 10 pick defensive ends.
I didn't even know they were that good on defense, but obviously you got Chase freaking Young, who we put up a poster today. We didn't see him.
And Montez Sweat is on there too.
No, they got a lot of good football players.
Yeah, they do, man. But man, I just can't believe Matt Stafford today, man. You live to fight another day. Okay.
Hey, shout out, rest in peace to my boy John Witherspoon. But you win some, you lose some, but you live. You live to fight another day.
Yeah, right. That's what's
going on right now.
It is, man. Because I'm telling you, I'm like, man, because as much as I hate on Stafford, I don't think there's no quarterback who could have managed that what was it, like 16 seconds left in the game or 20 seconds left in the game? They got the ball back.
16 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, and he like that is something that like only Stafford can do that. Stafford, maybe Aaron Rodgers, and maybe Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Yeah, them probably the only 3 quarterbacks that can do that, man. So, man, so you got to take them. You got to take the mistakes with the.
Really, all I'm saying is we can have arguments all day, but I'll leave it here. He had top 10 QB. Find a way to win with him. Like, as long as I got a top 10 quarterback, I don't care who it is. We should be able to win. I don't care who the quarterback is. Simple as that. And we obviously can't do that. But you replace the most, like, I'll never get over this. And I was so hard on Jim Caldwell, but you replace the most winningest coach with the worst coach. He's like, our record is the worst since we went 0-16. How do you replace a winning coach with the worst coach? And you expect
right.
You just gave him a trash coach after he had an okay coach. It's just a lot of stuff, man. And then it's, to me, I've said this before, the Lions sucked before Stafford was born, bro. Like, we always suck. So to me, it's a generational thing. We wasted Barry fucking Sanders. Like, this team, man. This team is depressing. You know, like I told Ryder, sometimes I hate I was born in Detroit because y'all forced me to be a Lions fan. I can't not be a fan.
Right.
I have to be a fan of my team. It's hard out here. Hey, we got to win today. Next week, it's going to be hard, but let's enjoy this.
Yeah. All positive. We're going to keep it all positive.
What's your final thoughts for this?
Man, my final thoughts is the biggest shout out to my man Chaos Williams, man. I don't know if y'all watched the UFC event last night, but my boy was a co-main event. He live in Jackson. He goes to Detroit to fight out of the Ox Nation for the, you know what I'm saying, as that's where he trains at. But he lives in Jackson, man. And he went out there in the co-main event, man, and drop. I'm talking about drop dude in 30 seconds, right? He had him stiff on his legs. He folded. I'm talking about as soon as he touched him. I'm talking about
good
just
night,
like that, man. It was, man. If any of y'all get a chance, man, go to YouTube, man, and Google Chaos Williams knockout from last night, man, and it's incredible, man. Shout out to my boy, because my boy, that's the second time being on ESPN, and he knocked both dudes out in less than 30 seconds. He about to get paid.
Like I said, man, he's gonna get a big fight now. I hope he wins it. But all right, man. I put his name in the chat for y'all, so make sure go check that out. But look, like I said, man, Lions won a football game. I'm not gonna be upset if my team wins a football game, even if we aren't a good football team. You know, they won a football game. It is what it is. That's all I'm gonna say. They won a game. Okay. It is what it is. Shout out to all the people in the chat. Shout out to all the members of the DSA, my boy Ryder Ron. Shout out to Omg Its Lions Talk. And all right, Lions fans, on the next week, because it's definitely going to be an uphill battle.
It's going to be tough.
All right, we out.